Good morning and welcome to all of you that are joining me for the very first time. My name is Wanadi Sobrevia and I am a self-proclaimed wellness warrior on a mission to support others in rediscovering their best selves. So a very happy Monday to all of you. I just got my sweat on, so I am ready to rock and roll with this Monday. How are you feeling this morning? Perhaps if you checked in last night, maybe you gave yourself a moment to do some self-reflection on the questions that I posed. And so if your answers were yes, I crave sugar, I crave pasta, I crave cheese, and I have all sorts of other cravings, that's cool, that's perfect. That tells me that you were honest about the inquiry, and the good news is there are so many easy ways to clear that dysbiosis, because if you are craving, the chances of you having dysbiosis are pretty likely. As for the other question that I asked you, whether you're eating to nourish yourself, whether you're eating to perhaps suppress a feeling or emotion, if your answer was yes, from time to time I do comfort eat, again, I really appreciate that you took on the inquiry, that you allowed yourself to be honest, and the answer to that is, the truth is there could be many whys for that behavior that you're possibly doing at the moment. There are lots of behaviors or reasons rather, for eating to comfort yourself. And so the question that I would pose to you around comfort eating is, where are you perhaps not listening to your gut? Where are you perhaps undermining your own inner wisdom? You know, and this is another reason why I just love the conversation about gut bliss, gut health, and really restoring that life center of ours. Because the truth is, as I've told you before, when we choose to nourish ourselves with really nutrient-dense food, we are nourishing that life center, that gut of ours, that central component to feeding into all the other organs in our incredible body factory. So I'm just really excited again that if you're joining for the very first time, welcome. I'm excited that you're perhaps curious about this idea that food is medicine, because it is. Food is medicine. There really is, unfortunately, no real reason for us to be suffering with a lot of the symptoms that we are, with a lot of dis-ease that we are. I'm meeting more and more parents that have children that battle with ADD. Me, myself, I was diagnosed with adult ADD, right? There are more and more people that are being told that they have Crohn's or colitis or ulcerative colitis. There are more and more people that are being told that they have autoimmune conditions. I hear you. It can be a pretty scary conversation rather to be in. And I want to encourage you that whilst a lot of our doctors are really, really incredible people and really well-intentioned, unfortunately, a lot of them do not get the education around food and about nourishment that a lot of us health coaches do, a lot of us new professionals are getting. And so luckily, there's this rising tide of awareness. Luckily, there are more and more doctors that are realizing that all those years of study were incomplete. A lot of those doctors are now starting to have conversations around food is medicine. They're starting to have conversations around the importance of gut health. So if you haven't yet, please go over to my website. It's wanadi.com/wellnesswarrior, and there you'll find out more about our upcoming gut and brain health training. I'm so excited that my homegrown fellow South African Sharon Castle has arrived in the US. She will be co-presenting with me about about brain health. And Shivani Gupta, who is the founder of Fusionary Formulas, will be supporting with the gut health conversation. So Shivani is all about all things Ayurveda, and if you haven't heard of that, Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. It's basically like the Indian version of traditional Chinese medicine. So check that out. Allow yourself to get curious about the center force of life, your gut, your microbiome. Perhaps you've heard that in conversation. I'm sure you've heard it, like one of the buzzwords in media is the microbiome. So today, Wellness Warriors, get some movement going. Remember to hydrate. Remember to pause and to reflect about what is going on for you internally. So often we override our gut instincts. So often when we are prescribed a certain course of action, whether it be by a doctor, whether it be by a well-intentioned friend, parent, employer, so often it's overriding what we know is actually best for ourselves. So I invite you back to listening to yourself. I invite you back to go back to those basics of nourishing yourself well, hydrating, getting some movement going, and you just watch to see how your body responds. Wishing you all a very happy Monday from Planet Miami, and until I check in with you again tomorrow, rise, Wellness Warriors, rise. Bye everybody.